Welcome back to online class. I am Parth Davda and this video is for class 8 science. We have finished a part of microorganism chapter in the previous session. So in this session we shall be continuing from where we left. So let's get started, and definitely there will be a quiz at the end of this video. So we have seen till now how microorganisms are friends to us. And this session we shall be understanding that how are they harmful to us. Now the microorganisms which are harmful to us, which causes certain amount of disease, are known as pathogens. The pathogens enters our body through air we breathe, the water we drink, or the food we eat. They can also get transmitted by the direct contact with an infected person or carried through an animal. The microbial disease that can spread from any infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food, or physical contact are called communicable diseases. It's as simple as it seems. If at all any diseases are spreaded due to coming into contact with any of these, then they are known as communicable disease. Whereas the disease which does not spread by coming into contact with another person is referred as non-communicable disease. I hope it's pretty easy and clear. Just remember that the harmful microorganisms, we will be referring it as pathogens from now on. So every time we don't have to say harmful microorganisms, we will just refer pathogens. Examples of such disease, such communicable disease, are cholera, common cold, chickenpox, and TB, which is also known as tuberculosis. When a person suffering from common cold sneezes, very tiny particles of the drops of moisture carrying thousands of viruses are spread in the air, and these will be spreading the disease in form of the droplets. The virus may enter the body of a healthy person even while breathing. So students, make sure that you are wearing mask during this pandemic issue going on. Now there are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease-causing microbes or pathogens. Housefly is one such carrier, a very common insect that you might have seen anywhere. The flies sit on the garbage and animal excreta. Then the pathogens will be sticking to their bodies. When these flies sit on uncovered food, they may transfer the pathogens on the food. Now whosoever eats this contaminated food is likely to get sick. The person will fall sick, and the person may also suffer from food poisoning. The food is poisoned due to this carriers that we are having. So that's the reason why we should be eating hot food, as well as we should be eating covered food only. Mosquito is another carrier. Now, as you can see over here in this figure, the female Anopheles mosquito, which carries the parasite of malaria. That means these are the type of mosquitoes generally which will be carrying the malaria pathogens. Then there is one more type of mosquito which is referred as the Aedes mosquito. Now it is acting as a carrier of dengue virus. This is how it will be looking. They will be having a white color spots in their legs, as you can observe at this place. I hope it's clear till now. Alright. All mosquitoes in water are breeded, and hence one should not let water collect anywhere. In coolers, in tires, in flower pots, anywhere we should not be allowing any sort of water to get collected. By keeping the surroundings clean and dry, we can prevent mosquito from breeding, that means reproducing them. Here are some other common human diseases caused by the microorganism. Again students, this is completely from the textbook. This table is of textbook, so you can refer it anytime. Tuberculosis will be caused by bacteria, and the modes of transmission of all these diseases in the first particular box will be air. What are the preventive measures? Well, it's simple. Keep the patient in complete isolation, don't allow them to meet to other people, and keep the personal belongings of the patient away from those of the others. Vaccinations to be given at suitable age. So TB, measles, chickenpox, polio, these are the things that are caused due to various viruses and bacteria. Now talking about some diseases which are caused by bacteria. So cholera and typhoid are the two diseases which are caused by bacteria. How are they caused? What is the mode of transmission? Well, they will be spreading through water as well as food. So what preventive measures should we take? Well, it's very basic and very primitive, which we should be following it anyway. Maintaining personal hygiene and good sanitary habits, consume properly cooked food and boiled drinking water, and also vaccination is available. Hepatitis A. Hepatitis A is caused by viruses and mode of transmission is water. Hepatitis A is caused at the place of liver, and there are total 5 types of hepatitis. Hepatitis A, B, C, D and E. They all are caused due to different reasons, but they all will be attacking ultimately the liver. So drinking boiled water and vaccination are the two things. Last, malaria, which is caused by protozoa, one of the type of microorganism which we have discussed in the previous session. The mode of transmission or the carrier we just saw with the photo, it will be a mosquito. What to do for preventing it? Use mosquito net and repellent and the various sprays which are available. Now the disease causing microorganisms in plants. Several microorganisms cause diseases in plants like wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane, orange, apple and various other plants. The disease reduces the yield of crops, means the quality of crops. They can be controlled by the use of certain chemicals which kill the microbes. As you can observe in various figures, this is how the disease in the plants will look like. Here are they, the spots. So not just humans but even plants suffer from various diseases due to various reasons. Now students, to conserve the whole food, because everything is caused due to the contamination of food, there are various food preservation techniques and methods. Food is spoiled by the microorganisms. If you are keeping an apple after taking one bite from it, if you are keeping it for 5 minutes without doing any of the thing outside refrigerator, you may have observed some brown color spots on it. Well, this white color apple turned into a brown color patches because of the microorganisms acting on it very rapidly. So spoiled food has bad smell and bad taste and causes, as we have discussed earlier, food poisoning. Food can be preserved by protecting it from microorganisms. So now we shall be understanding and learning about various food preservation techniques. Food preservation means how to conserve, how to save, how to protect food from getting spoiled. The very first technique is the chemical method. Food like pickles can be preserved by using chemicals like salt and edible oils. Jams and squashes can be preserved by using sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfate. Now students, these are the two chemicals which are widely used, which are, if at all you have observed the back of any packaged food items like jams or squashes or any other artificial sugar related things, then you may have seen in the ingredients part some names like this: sodium benzoate or sodium metabisulfate. And these days the companies are very smart, so they are not actually writing the names, they are writing in form of some numbers like 503 and 402 and so on. So you can have a look at the back of all the chocolates as well as the other packaged food items. You will be able to see it over there, this various types of chemicals. If we are not adding the chemicals, then the chocolate or any other items like jams will be spoiled very quickly. So these chemicals are called preservatives. They may write that no added preservatives, but in other forms they are adding these preservatives in these various juices which are available in the packaged form. Second technique is by using common salt. Now salting has been a preservation technique since a very long time. And food items like fish, meat, amla, raw mangoes, tamarind, etc. can be preserved by using common salt. We are storing amla and fish and meat by salting them, and that's how they are transported from one place to another place without getting spoiled during the journey. And it prevents the growth of microbes. So as you are aware of, that microbes starts growing on any of these things and will decompose it and makes the things inedible. So chemical method and salting method are the first two methods. The third method is known as using sugar. Again, food items like jams, jellies, squashes, Kinder Joy, and all the other things that you might be knowing, which are sweet in taste, well, they are preserved by the sugar solutions. It prevents the growth of microbes in them. The fourth technique is by using oil and vinegar. Food items like pickles, vegetables, fish, meat, etc. are preserved by using oil and vinegar. Before proceeding further with the fifth and the sixth technique, we shall be understanding one simple phenomena, one simple method of conservation of the food items. This is known as pasteurization. Have a look at the spelling properly. Now the process of heating milk to 70 degrees for 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilling it to prevent the growth of microbes is called pasteurization process. So what basically are we doing over here is that we are heating something and then cooling it suddenly. Now when we are performing this particular technique, all the microorganisms that cannot survive high temperatures of 70 degrees will be dying. All the microorganisms that cannot survive the sudden change will also be dying. And all the microorganisms that cannot survive the cold temperatures will also be dying. And that's how the pasteurization is a very widely used technique amongst all the industries, like the dairy industries and all the other packaged food items. So this process was also discovered by Louis Pasteur. If you remember, we have also studied about fermentation process that was discovered by Louis Pasteur. And here on his name we are having pasteurization. So this technique is nothing but heat and cold treatments. Heating food items kills microbes. Similarly, storing food items at low temperatures also prevents growth of microbes. So that's the reason why it is known as heat and cold treatments. By storage and packaging, many food items are stored in airtight containers to protect them from microbes, like the jellies or the biscuits or wafers or any of the other packed food items that you are buying from the shops. So these are the 6 preservation techniques to conserve and to save food from getting contaminated. So that's the end of session 2. I hope you have enjoyed the video. You have learnt a lot of things new about microorganism. Thank you.